to all the civilians out there and all the people of Victoria, BC that grew up in the fucking suburbs and didn't actually come from any real fucking real hood. Because BC is not the hood, eh? I'll tell you that right now. Um, I think this needs to be said, man, because there's a lot of fakes out here. There's a lot of fake fucking gangsters. There's a lot of fake people with their fake lived experience saying they've been through trauma and they got mental health problems and they got fucking were homeless for a fucking week. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I don't know how many times I gotta say this shit, but there's levels to this shit, right? And I'm not claiming any levels above my level. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally just claiming my levels. There's levels above me and all kinds of shit, right? But I'm not out there advocating, acting like I fucking did 10 years in the pen when I'm a provincial. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not claiming anything that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in Victoria, BC is, okay? And it really makes me sick to watch, okay? Because, first of all, there's nothing that you can, the worst shit you could possibly fucking go through in the worst place in British Columbia, it doesn't even compare a fraction worth of what you could go through where I come from when it comes to fucking anything, street life, any of that shit. This is a fucking joke compared to where I'm from. So there's levels to this shit. And you know what? There's, like I said before, there's levels to this shit outside of Canada. I'm just saying for my country where I come from. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, again, you know, 15 years in the streets. So I'm not fucking, you know what I mean? But I'm not gang banging fucking Crip and blood and acting like I'm from LA, am I? You know what I'm saying? No. I give homage and respect to the fucking OGs above me. You know what I'm saying? And to the, you know, to the originators of that life. Yeah, I may have grew up in poverty as for Canada in the fucking best country in the world that you could probably be in poverty in. But hey, guess what? That's kind of a stigma because Canada has every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Everything. Bloods, Crips, gangs, refugees. Everybody, all the gangs from Toronto are literally not from Canada. Okay? They're from fucking Somalia. They're from the islands. They're from Jamaica. They're from fucking third world countries. They're like Albania, fucking Afghanistan, Pakistan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the most multicultural place in the fucking world is Toronto. And I grew up 30 minutes from Toronto. And that's where in Hamilton is another place where they dump off all the fucking refugees. Okay? So I was out there getting fucking, you know, imagine walking and then all of a sudden you see a gang of 100 to 200 fucking goons looking at you like a fucking hungry mountain lion. 100 of them. Fucking goons. Like gold teeth fucking pirate gangster fucking Somalian gangster fucking shooter AK-47 13-year-old blow your fucking face off. Fucking kids that were running around blowing up fucking people's heads off when they were 13 in a country at war. It was a normal occurrence to them. And then you take them and you drop them off in Hamilton and fucking Toronto. And then they go and fucking, let's get the guns and the AKs. And then they just start fucking blowing everything up. You know what I'm saying? Fucking not blowing shit up, but like blowing people's fucking heads off. You know what I'm saying? That's the world that I come from. That's not British Columbia, buddy. Like, not even fucking close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like, you know, Surrey has some of that shit, but even that, like, there's levels. You know what I'm saying? It's like Toronto's the fucking hood, BC is the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. So if there's a hood in BC, it's a suburban fucking hood. You know what I mean? There's fucking, you know what I mean? But Victoria is the worst. Like, it's just pussy hole. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me fucking sick, man. It's like every people that aren't from that life pretend to be from that life. Pretend to be fucking like they were homeless or they've been through some trauma. Buddy, like, I remember punching my own fucking friends out, beating my friends up for complaining about their fucking life in front of me. That's how bad my life was, that I would punch my own fucking friends out. Like, that's how demonic and dark and fucked up. Real poverty, real violence, real fucking trauma, real serious shit, real pain, real fucking abuse that I went through. You know what I'm saying? And that converts into violence, and that converts into fucking jail, drugs, and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? To numb the pain of the fucking trauma that you really have been through. And it's that crazy, is that if you hear someone else complain about their mental health or their fucking problems, you just grab them by the throat and fucking smash their head into the concrete and start punching their fucking teeth out for no reason. That's real trauma. That, I swear on my father's grave, that I did this. I done this to people. I fucking beat people up bad for even just complaining in front of me when I was out there at 14 starving, having to sell crack cocaine to fucking feed myself and put clothes on my back. So it's an insult, it's a violation, it's an atrocity, it's outrageous, it's a fucking automatic fucking get your fucking ticket punched for fucking claiming to be something that you're not, when people really went through some serious shit and you're trying to claim my shit like you've been through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not claiming that I was a fucking kingpin, that I was a super duper fucking gangster. Like I said, there was always bigger, badder, fucking tougher, crazier motherfuckers that would just kill me, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And there's levels, like I said, but I always gave homage to them, and they recognized me for who the fuck I am on the level that I'm on. As long as you play and stay in your lane, you're fucking safe. You're good. You know what I'm saying? When you start playing in other lanes, that's when you're going to get fucked up. And, people out here, that's what they do. They play in other people's lanes. And they try to act like they're fucking, they've been through that shit. And there's levels to this shit. And it's insulting to the people that have really been through the extremes of that shit. And here's the proof. The proof is, real street people need to see other street people succeed. Real fucking gangsters need to see other gangsters succeed for them to believe that they can also succeed. So I've been looking in Victoria, BC for fucking real gangsters, real fucking street dudes, real dudes that have been homeless for 10, 15 years, real street motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, that have really been through the shits for real, that I can identify from me being fucking certified, you know what I mean, in that street life. And when I can recognize them and see that they're employed, that they have a car, that they, and I'm talking about not a construction worker guy, not a construction worker job. That's where all the fucking goons and the pen timers go. That's normal. Like, I'm talking about in the homelessness field, because that's what I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to these fucking frauds that are pretending with their lived experience, that are collecting hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in the name of homelessness, mental health, and addiction. And they're acting like they are fucking bent, like they've been through some shit. But I can't even get a fucking job. They're stealing all the jobs. They're stealing all the money. They're fucking sucking up all the resources, and they're not giving any of it to the homeless. So I'm banging on their door. That's who I'm talking to. Okay? So I want to see the street dude, the fucking homeless guy that did 15, 10 years, been in jail, fucking been through the war zone, fucking scars on his face, talks like a fucking pirate, like a trucker, like a real fucking goon from the street, because you don't live that life for fucking 15 years and then act like a little fucking delicate, little fucking toy soldier, little fucking preppy boy. It doesn't work like that. That shit sticks to you for the rest of your life. You can be articulate, you can be civilized, you can be polite, and I am, to everyone that is good, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be fucking polite to somebody that's not polite to me. Maybe I might, if I just feel like, you know what, it is what it is. If I can see that person's just hurt, and I know that they don't understand what they're doing, I'll have mercy on that person and compassion, even if they fucking depending on how far they bring it. They, I still, they might get a death house, you know what I'm saying? They might get slapped up, you know what I mean? And then get G-checked, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. It had to happen to me when I was young too, from the OGs, I had to get fucking death house too. And there's a lot to learn in that process. And it makes you very solid, and it teaches you consequence for being somebody that you're fucking not, or getting out of line around people that are extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be very careful about how I talk in front of certain people, because they'll fucking just kill you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to provoke them. Like, you don't want to get aggressive. You don't want to get fucking, talk too much. You don't want to fucking act too tough. Like, whatever. Like, you do around people that are on some next level fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was usually that guy. And I beat people up and harm people and rob people just for acting gully in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm explaining this is because this is what a real street fucking traumatized, mentally ill, fucking broken goon from the hood really sounds like. You know what I'm saying? And what I've been through. And what's bothering me is the fake people that are trying to claim what I've been through, but haven't had to go through the blood, sweat, and tears to earn that position. And they're profiting from it, and I'm not. They're having employment over it, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I'm being infringed upon, And you know what I'm saying? If you are claiming my blood, sweat, and tears and my pain and my trauma as if you really think you've been through it when you have it, and it's getting you employed, and it's getting you able to apply for grants and get money and all this shit, and advocate for me and my fucking people, my story, not your fucking story, because you're a fraud, and you're profiting from it. No, you're extorting me. That's what you're doing. And not just me, a lot of other motherfuckers, and they'll all agree. They will. Put me in a room with fucking 10 dudes from the street. They're all gonna fucking shake their head, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a civilian motherfucker probably wouldn't agree with that. Yeah, right, blah blah. That's all they fucking. It doesn't matter. Those civilians don't. They can say whatever they want, talk however they want, and disagree all they want, because they're not a part of that shit anyways. They're not a part of that life. They'll never be in a room with any real motherfuckers and say that shit out loud, because they'll just get bitch slapped anyways. So it doesn't matter what these people say. But whoever wants to come see me in person, you want to meet up in Victoria, you want to have a talk, we'll meet up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. You want to say that I'm wrong, you want to say, whatever the fuck you want to say, I don't care. You want to say it to my face, then let's link up. You know what I mean? We'll do it like that. Let's see who the fuck is, who's really about that shit. Because I guarantee you, these frauds that are fucking doing this shit publicly will not come and meet me face to face and have this argument with me. Because they don't know how that might turn out. And because they're a civilian and they're not who the fuck they say they are, with their little lived experience and their little fucking pussy ass trauma that they think they've been through and shit, they're not going to put themselves at risk like that against somebody that could be potentially threatening towards them. Not saying that I would, but I'm just saying, in their heads, they should think that, like, if this guy really is who he says he is, and he's willing to meet up, and I'm not who I say I am, and I try to come and fucking talk to this guy like I'm really from that shit, you do know that there's risks involved in that, right? Right? Like, that's how this shit works. And people from out here in Victoria don't get punched and slapped and fucking stomped on and stabbed and fucking shot like where I come from, where that will really actually get you fucking killed. You know what I'm saying? And so people can get away with it out here in Victoria. You know what I'm saying? And again, I've been looking for the proof. I'm looking for the street guy that works at the Coalition to End Homelessness, that works in any of the organizations around homelessness. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because all these frauds and all these organizations and all these entities that are literally generating millions of dollars per year off of homelessness, mental health, and addiction, which none of it goes to the homeless or the fucking mentally ill or the addicted, like, you know what I mean? And all it does is they only just spend money to keep you stuck in homelessness, mental health, and addiction. They spend money to keep you there, so that way next year they can generate another $100 million, break off 20 of that to keep you stuck, give you the bare minimum so you can't elevate yourself any further than that, and just to keep it going so that they can keep generating the money. So that bothers me, because people are making millions of dollars off of my blood, sweat, and tears, and my suffering and my trauma and shit that I really did live. And they're sitting there employed acting like, yeah, and you know, I had an abusive mom and she drank in front of me. Bitch, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking nothing. You know what I mean? So don't fucking cry. You don't deserve a job. Okay, how about that? You don't deserve to be employed around mental health and getting paid before I do. How about that? Period. If there is opportunities or jobs or money to be generated or earned or anything to do with any amount of success or prosperity in any way, shape, or form, and it has to do with homelessness, mental health, and addiction, that shit should only be for those fucking guys. Not you fucking guys. Not the fake guys. The real guys. And you can see it on them. You can see their pain. You can hear their pain. You can see their anger, their fucking outrage. Yeah, you've seen videos of me not swearing, dressed in a nice dress shirt. See, I got a dress shirt here. I was, I was a public speaker in front of government officials, doing workshops, being employed, being articulate, being civilized, not swearing. I can do all that shit, okay? But is that who I truly am? No, it's not. Am I capable? Of course. Of course. I love being polite. I love good experiences with people. I don't like having to pull cards or being aggressive or fucking having to, engage with people like this. But when things are being infringed upon that I suffered for, and they're claiming it as if they truly went through it when they didn't, and I know they didn't, and they're profiting from it, and they're employed because of it, but I can't even get a fucking crumb of the pie, not even to mention a slice. Yeah, not only are you extorting me, but you're intentionally keeping me out, and you're lying while you're doing it. Someone's got to come and pull your card. But in Victoria, BC, you're allowed to pretend to be whoever you want, and as soon as someone fucking tries to pull your card, calls you out, or even possibly even just fucking slaps you because of you deserve it, 911, I'm calling the cops. You're going to jail. You threatened me. And this is what I mean. If you guys are going to act like you're from that life, you better be fucking prepared, for the fucking consequences. And if you're going to claim that you're from my world, well, that's my world. And that's our fucking world. So you should be right down with the fucking cause. We should be able to bang it out and scrap it out, our differences physically, stand back up and be like, now I have respect for you. You know what I mean? Because, you threw down with me. So you must be from that world. That's how you prove yourself from that world. You know what I'm saying? But these people are all fraudulent, man. And they're making millions of dollars off of this shit. And my whole life I've been just trying to make it out of the hood, make it out of poverty, make it out of a real fucking abusive home. Make it away from, my father using needles in front of me and fucking having me sell crack for him and fucking hook me up with the gangsters that, the murderers that I was around, helping them kick doors in and rob houses and shit when I was just a fucking kid, 15, 16 years old. Like I said, there's levels to this shit, right? And all I ever wanted to do was see the proof. I just wanted to see who are the guys like me that made it out. And right now, I'm talking about in the homelessness field, because most street guys, if you're really a street dude, you had to have been fucking homeless at some point. Because that's what the street life really is. It's fucking jail, and when you get out of jail, you don't have no family, you don't have no parents, you don't have no fucking grandma, you don't got no friend to go to, you're fucking fucked. You're on your own. Period. That's real street life shit. If you had somewhere to go, you're a pussy hole. You know what I'm saying? If you had a fucking parents to go to, you're fucking soft. If you had a friend's house to go to, you're a fucking pussy. Because you know what? Even if I had those opportunities, I would have slept on a fucking bench instead. Because I'm a fucking G like that. And I did. And people have offered, you know, a hand. And I wouldn't take it. I would rather fucking sleep in a stairwell at the top floor in an apartment building than fucking degrade myself and take advantage of somebody else to help myself up. And that's what the fucking spirit of a real street motherfucker is. You know what I'm saying? And all these other guys that ain't like that aren't fucking like that. Period. As much as they fucking want to get tatted up and jacked up and fucking nah and all that shit. Yeah, okay. Whatever. That only works in fucking BC. You know what I mean? Go to Toronto, some little 13-year-old fucking Somalian Ute will blow your fucking nose right off. Bow! So all that muscles and all that tats and all that fucking hot head fucking white boy fucking shit doesn't work. It only works in a soft ass place like BC where you can get away with doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I tried to come out here, get out of the street life shit, bring my fucking people out here to a nice place. My mom's never seen the ocean in her fucking life. Never smelt the ocean. You guys take that shit for granted out here. You're like, whatever, who gives a fuck? Spit in the ocean, throw a cigarette butt in it. You guys don't give a fuck. You know why? Because you're not from the trenches. You're not from the fucking hood. You're not from poverty. There ain't no hood out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, it's disrespectful. And people that really are from the hood are trying to really get out of the hood. And they're trying to survive, and they're trying to pull their fucking people out along with them. That's how real this shit is. This is a real hero fucking story. That's what a real hero story is. First of all, most people, fucking 9 out of 10, never break through the mentality to even elevate themselves to get out of the hood in the first place. Or out of poverty. Or out of the fucking gang mentality shit. Most people will get shredded up, chewed up, spit out, fucking murked in the street. Fucking end up on the same drugs that they're selling because they want to stay up to make more wops. And then they fucking take a hit of their own fucking shit. 10 crack commandments, never get high on your own supply. Motherfuckers didn't grow up off Biggie Smalls, Tupac and shit. I know you didn't, because you're not an OG and you're not really from the hood. And these fucking white boy suburban fucking gangsters bumping Tupac and all this shit think they know what the fuck that shit is about. No, not BC, bro. Should leave that shit the fuck alone. You know what I mean? And leave that shit for the fucking east side. The east coast shit. Straight up. That's where it all fucking originated from before BC was even a fucking speck on the map. There was no fucking city out here. Toronto's the oldest, biggest city in the fucking country. So shut the fuck up. How about that? Anyways, everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be a trapper. And that shit was usually just for a specific fucking small group of motherfuckers that really lived the fucking tough life. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much tough life you can go through in the fucking suburbs. Like, you know, I would rather be out here fucking poor, homeless in a tent than out where I come from fucking homeless and poor, because there is no being fucking poor, homeless in a tent on the side of a beach where I come from. You could live forever homeless out here in BC and nothing bad will happen to you. You fucking try to do that out there, you get annihilated for no reason. Mans will just stomp you the fuck out just for being homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no mercy. You know? There's no peace. It's a war zone. So I'm very pissed off about these fucking fraud ass, goof motherfucking pussy ass pieces of shit out here in Victoria that fucking you know, fucking making a living off of my fucking blood, sweat, and tears and my suffering and the shit that I had to do in my life, you know. And when the fucking dudes from the hood are trying to get the fuck out and they're trying to save their people from the war zone, you know, and these fucking Fruit Loops want to be a part of it. They want to be it. You don't get it. You're not. It's not something that you can be. It's something that you got born into and do a fucking place of fucking gang banging, gangs on every corner, fucking extreme poverty, your dad smoking heroin in front of you and fucking forcing you to sell crack, and hooking you up with pen timers to go hit a fucking lick and kick someone's fucking door in, and you're holding the gun because you're the youth that's only going to get 2 years if you body somebody because you're a fucking youth. That's gangster, okay? And that's what I lived as a kid, okay? And you don't just do that out here in BC. There's no fucking culture for that. There's no reason for that. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that there's not fucking hitters out here and fucking gangsters, but a lot of them are from fucking not even from here. They're from the States, you know? And they're just posting up here, breeding and running shit as they can. Some of them are fucking family affiliated gangsters. So yeah, like by family blood affiliation, they are gangsters, even if they were born and fucking grew up in BC. That's different. That's not what I'm talking about. And they know that shit too. You know what I mean? But yeah, culture vultures, you know what I'm saying? And fucking people, you know, and honestly, like, whatever. People can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But when it affects me, when people start trying to fucking puff their chest out to me or tell me that, try to say some shit to me, then I'm pulling everyone's fucking card. That's it. Now you're all fucked. You know what I mean? Like, don't crack to me. You're not fucking on the same caliber. Sit the fuck down before I smash your face off. You know what I mean? And for the people that I can't beat up physically because they're fucking 300-pound, jacked up, fucking psycho, white, fucking supremacist, fucking Nazi, blue-eyed, fucking skinhead, fucking psychopaths. Okay, well, there's tools for that. You know what I mean? And all that fucking skinhead shit only works in a place where there's not fucking 300 Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? So it's still pussy hole. You know what I mean? People get away with this fucking racist Nazi ass shit out here in BC because there's not a lot of fucking black people out here. There's just not. Like, for 5 years, I didn't see a black person. Like, literally not one black person. I think maybe I saw one, and he seemed like he had a white mom and a fucking black dad. Like, it was like the kid wasn't really connected to his culture in that way. But, like, I'm telling you, man, that fucking skinhead white boy fucking shit does not fucking flow where I come from. You'll get fucking moshed up. As fucking lit as you think you are, you get killed. And they don't give a fuck who you're affiliated with. They don't give a fuck about retaliation. They don't care. You know? So I just don't respect the culture out here. I don't respect it. I just don't. And I don't respect the fucking bully culture out here. I don't respect the fucking bully culture against the homeless and profiting off of them and the fucking, you know, and everything in between. It's all predator behavior. All fucking predators. That's what it is. Predatorial behavior. And it's fucking unhonorable. Just dishonorable. It's just fucking clown shit. And I tried to fucking, you know, make it out here and fucking have a good life and do something meaningful with this homelessness shit because I've never been able to get it in anywhere else and maintain it because I'm fucking miserable, you know. And I've been through too much to settle for such little meaning and purpose in my life. I can't just be a construction worker. I can't just be a roofer. I can't just be a fucking 9 to 5. I can't just be a Tim Hortons and McDonald's guy. I'll take my check, buy a gun, and blow my fucking head off on a fucking YouTube live. That's what'll happen if I allow myself to fucking go that route. There has to be more for me. There has to be. And the only time I ever felt like there was a glimmer of hope is when I saw that there was employment opportunity around, you know, advocating for homelessness and all the things related to it. And I saw so many people employed around homelessness and all these organizations applying for grants and getting approved right in front of me and them celebrating, but then telling me they can't get me a grant. Like, when I'm the only one qualified. You guys are never been homeless and you're fucking profiting off of my suffering once again. So this is why I'm mad and I'm not fucking stopping, you know? I'm willing to fucking die for this shit, you know? Because there's nothing for me. I have no fucking life, man. You don't get it. I've never had a life. My life has always been poverty, homelessness, fucking drug dealing, fucking on a fucking mission, on a rampage, ready to die, not giving a fuck if I go to jail, not caring if I kill someone or die or get killed or fucking stabbed. I don't care. Because when you come from nothing and you come from poverty and you come from abuse and your fucking dad dies when you're in jail and you got fucking people trying to kill you and you got fucking, you're a rapper and your whole city wanted to fucking stomp your head in because you're fucking more talented than everybody else, and when you put yourself out there, it gives people a reason to dislike you because they want to be who you are but they can't. Bro, my life has been a fucking living nightmare, okay? And I can't find a way to make it in society to earn a living that resonates with me because everything's rigged and nothing is as authentic as it claims to be. And the system is not creating opportunity for people like me, so we fall through the cracks and we go back to crime, we go back to selling drugs, we end up back in jail, and then getting just fucking cycled through the system until it wears you out, sucks you dry, and fucking chews you up and spits you out, and then you're dead. So I was like, yo, there's gotta be a way to beat the cycle, break the cycle. I have to be the one to do it. So I changed everything. I left the hood. I fucking had forced myself into homelessness. I could have been rich already. I could have been fucking balling, making rap videos, flexing and throwing $100 bills and fucking spitting on my fucking enemies. Like, I could have been just flexing on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I had to break the cycle. So I had to first get out of the environment, the sick environment that I was in, or else it'll keep sucking you into a never-ending cycle, revolving cycle of fucking jail and homelessness and tragedy, fucking chaos and whatever, death. And so I knew I had to first change my environment, which is going to be hard, which I had to go. When I got out of jail, when my dad died and I missed the funeral and shit, I had nobody and nothing and nowhere to go. I was fucking lost, 18, 19 years old. So I opened the Bible up in the middle and it just said, flee from the city. I'm like, flee from the city. I'm like, yeah, right. What, Still City? I'm like, yo, this is all I know. This is me. This is who I am, Still City. And I was like, I can't fathom leaving where I'm from, Like, people take pride in where they're from. But this is a bad city. There's no code of ethics, man. It's just, the dog eat dog world, man. That's it. Swimming in a fucking shark tank, ready to get chomped anytime. And so it's a lose-lose where I come from. So I was just like, got out, had a duffel bag full of clothes, jumped on a fucking Greyhound, went to Kitchener, went to a fucking men's hostel shelter, which was like the first time at that point. Before that, I would fucking sleep in stairwells and all kinds of shit, broke into fucking apartments up for rent, and went into the basement and slept on the carpet hoping that they're not showing the fucking place that morning, and if they do, so what? I got nowhere to go. I'm a teen, and fucking this is life in the big city. And went to Kitchener. Fucking went to the shelter. Went to the unemployment center every day for months trying to get a job. At the same time, I just got out of jail. My dad just died. So how the fuck do you think I'm going to just be a normal fucking human being and function and produce and provide for myself? It's not going to happen, especially after you just lived a whole half of your fucking life in the most extreme criminal fucking elements that your teen life could handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking bonkers shit, bro. This shit's crazy. So I ended up getting a job eventually. It was a YSL program. It was a fucking employment program. And there's none of these fucking things out here in BC. That shit, saved my fucking life at that moment. It was a 6-month contract program. And you know what? There was room to fuck up. Like, there was times when I had to go to the bathroom to cry about my father that just fucking died when I was in jail, and then had to leave my city and have no fucking buddy at all, and be by myself in a city where I have no friends, family, parents, nobody. Fucking my dad just died in jail. I missed the funeral. Fucking people are trying to kill me. Fucking one of my friends is sleeping with my chick and fucking got her pregnant. All kinds of fucking pain. And so I got the job, breaking down emotionally. I would fuck up sometimes and just miss days. And when you're 18, 19 years old, you know, you don't know any better. You know what I mean? You're broken, you're lost, and you're fucking can't hold it together. And then you lose your job, and then you're fucking homeless again, you know? But I had a place, got the credit card, fucking, you know what I mean? Had the job for 6 months, thought I would get another one. They even made me think that they would help me get another job. Never happened. Use the credit card, end up in debt, lose the place, back to homelessness. Now I've given up already on the system and trying to get a job and trying to make it and shit. Now I'm like, this shit doesn't work. It's not guaranteed, and there's no guarantee you're going to get another job. And everybody else has parents and friends and family where they can go if shit hits the fan. They're never going to go to a homeless shelter, and they're never going to end up fucking sleeping outside like I did. So I got to be different, which means I got to do some fucking violent shit, you know? Because this shit I can't go through that again. Having a job for a fucking year, 6 months, whatever, everything's working great, contract ends, you think you're okay, start applying for other jobs. Or I listened to the people the program that said that they were going to help me get another job, which they never did. So I put my faith in that, and I'm young, so I don't know that you can't fucking put your fucking trust in anybody or anything. And cycle of homelessness, man. And then it leads to fucking saying, okay, well, I got to sell drugs. I can't do this anymore. And so I started selling drugs. I linked up with a plug, fucking moved in with them from being homeless. Now I'm in a trap house with a fucking Jamaican guy, a fucking Muslim guy, Somalian guy, a fucking African guy, and fucking, what's the other guy's nationality? I fucking forget, but I was the only white boy there. And every morning we'd wake up and bag coke on the scale and crack, and hit the fucking strip every day like it was a 9-to-5 job, selling cocaine and crack. And that's not new to me. I did that when I was a teenager as well. But I tried to, you know, start a new life in Kitchener and get a job, and that's what happened to me. It just crashed and burned. So I just gave up on the fucking whole shit, man. I was just like, I can't. This shit does not work. It don't work, and I can't keep going back to homelessness. If a contract ends or something's not guaranteed, work is not fucking guaranteed, and you're not guaranteed to find another job in time to pay your rent. Like, but how come not everybody is in the fucking homeless shelter then? Because everyone has somebody. Nobody goes to the fucking shelter or sleeps outside on a bench because they are fucking privileged, or else they would be out there in the street. And that's the difference in between me and them and my people, that they're sitting there fucking getting employed over, and they're fucking profiting and getting funding and all this shit, and the fucking claiming their fake ass, bitch ass lived experience that they don't really have. Meanwhile, I really been through the shits, and all I ever wanted to do was find a way out of poverty, find somewhere I belong that I can earn a living that is meaningful and purposeful to me. And that's why I'm pissed. So that's why I'm freaking out. Because it's life or death for me. And after this, I'm fucked again. So, and I have a lot of damage done to me, you know, physically, mentally. I'm fucking unfit to be doing hard labor anymore. I'm not, you know, I can't do the longevity, the fucking endurance physically. And then, you know, everything that I've been through and the money that I've been able to make without having to, I've already evolved past the labor fucking mentality. You can't just re-enslave yourself after you've already evolved from that state and been able to actually earn a fucking income, doing something purposeful and meaningful, and then going back to labor. You might as well fucking kill yourself. There's no fucking way you could degrade yourself in that manner. It's impossible. So here I am, locked out of this city, can't get in, and they're hogging everything, and it's not even theirs. So I'm pissed. Yeah. And I don't have a fucking voice because I went off on a rant for fucking 40 minutes because of these fucking goofs that I just fuck, man. This is why people go to jail and get stuck in jail, because a lot of people are just fucking a lot of people, I just want to punch their fucking faces off, man. I want to fucking start traumatizing these civilian ass, pussy ass motherfuckers, man, for real. How dare you fucking goose claim my shit, you bitch. Smash, you motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I guess you don't because you're not from that life. But the motherfuckers that are from that life know exactly what the fuck I mean. And they're still stuck in the trenches, in the fucking jail system and everything else because they couldn't go as far as I can, and they're fucking amazed by the fact that I did. But the answer is, there's no place for us, bro. There's no fucking place for us. So we weren't wrong for selling our drugs and fucking, causing violence and fucking chaos and doing everything we did. That was a state of survival. That was what we had to do to survive. And when I let go of it, I stopped surviving, man. And then I couldn't get into the fucking society and into the fucking into the employment world, in something that's meaningful or purposeful, and it shouldn't have been that difficult, and they should have never stood in my way, and they shouldn't have done the things that they did to cause me to stumble. And if they were really out to try to create opportunity for people, I am the most fucking deserving human being on the fucking planet that deserves a job or a shot or to run a program and get funding to do so that has to do with homelessness or anything. And I've done a lot to try to make that happen, and people didn't make it easy for me. They made it impossible for me. So if you're gonna fucking push me off the cliff, and I know I'm going off anyways, then we're fucking both going off then, I guess. And I'm gonna just grab you and fucking jump and just bring both of us, then fuck it, because I was going down off the side of the cliff anyways. I just tried to fucking delay it, and I did for a long time, but here I am, 31 years old, and I absolutely have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with my life and my future. Everything didn't work out, and I'm one of the most capable fucking dudes from the street that I've ever witnessed in my fucking life. I fucking dominated the fucking crack game, the coke game, the fucking not kingpin level, but street level. You know what I mean? Small shit, nothing fucking major. But I was able to have money, spend it, have fun, do whatever the fuck I want, eat whenever I want. And I thought the right thing to do would be stop selling drugs and try to make it in the fucking civilized world, and that fucking destroyed my life. That ruined my life worse than if I were to get caught and go to jail for fucking trafficking and selling drugs, because the fucking system even favors fucking... They fucking favor the criminal more than fucking anything, man. Like, you have to be a fucking evil person to prosper in this world. You gotta break the law and break the rules, man. The law itself breaks the law. So here I am, after reprogramming myself again to try to get out of that mentality. Now I have to realize that I was right in the first place and go back to it and find a way to break the law in order to survive. And this is the fault of the system and the fucking flaws in the system that create poverty, crime, homelessness, mental health, and addiction. And then they sit there and act like they fucking earn the stripes to talk about it so that they can get employed about it and get funding, while the real guy sits there and still suffers. Fucking goofs.